Shut up and sit down.
For some teams it'll begin first round of play coming up on Tuesday evening, as there'll be some first round games. There are some teams in Pelican Rapids, one of them, trying to play for a first round bye here and hold off and get a home game on the 30th instead, as that's one of the goals for the Vikings tonight here. The Breckenridge Cowboys kind of know where their fate is right now, going to be probably about the 4, possibly the 5 seed in a very competitive Section 6A. We'll get to more of that here in just a moment. For the Vikings, they've got something to play for. A win tonight over the Breckenridge Cowboys would help them, propel them perhaps to the number 2 seed behind Barnesville and the QRF rankings, as the pairings and seedings will come out tomorrow. But a win could, right now they sit at number 2 out of 6 teams in Section 8 AA, which would get them a first round bye and home field advantage in the second round on the 30th. And hoping to get to the Fargo Dome for the section finals. Good evening tonight here from Chauncey Martin Field in Pelican Rapids. A soggy night, should be a rainy night. Is kind of in and out of some showers, and looks like the rain has lightened up a little bit, but rain expected throughout the evening here in Lakes Country as the Vikings come in with a mark of 5-2 and responded well after losing to Otter Tail Central a couple of weeks ago. They have responded with a pair of wins. Last home game here on October 8th, week and a half ago. They jumped out early, led 24-0 at halftime against the Park Rapids Panthers on their way to a 38-14 win. Timmy Guler was 12 of 21 passing for 163 yards, also ran for 146 yards on 23 attempts, so he had 309 yards of total offense. So he had a variety of receivers. Peyton Blakeway was the first one, as Blakeway 6 catches for 79 yards. Hunter Williams 3 catches, 35 yards as well, as he got things started early on. Guler a 30-yard TD run in the opening drive with about 9 minutes to go in the first. Had another TD run in the first quarter. Found Blakeway for a 17-yard touchdown pass, and the Vikings got a pick 6 as well. Carter Johnson picked one off in the second half for a score, and that win at 30-8. And then last week, a trip up to Rosone. You just never know what you're going to encounter there with long trip, bus legs, and you just never know how your team's going to respond. It might take a while to get going, but boy, they jumped out early last Friday night up in Roseau into a 36-0 halftime lead and round to a 44-0 win, as Timmy Guler led the Pelican Rapids offense, who had nearly 300 yards of total offense, as Guler had a touchdown run of the first half. Found Carter Johnson for a 31-yard touchdown pass in the first half as well. Also connected with Hunter Williams for 21 yards as well. Guler was 7 of 16 passing, 120 yards, and a pair of touchdowns. Also ran for 56 yards. Carter Johnson had 95 yards. So the Vikings, as they did earlier in the year in the loss to Barnesville, responded well with a pair of wins as they sit at 5-2. And trying to finish up here with a win over the Breckenridge Cowboys out of Section 6A. Of course, these were Heart of Lakes Conference rivals for years and were section rivals, well, for a time. A lot of times Breckenridge 6AA, they've dropped to 6A, and it doesn't matter what class you put it in, whether it's AA or A, very competitive to say the least. And they have had their hands full each of the last 2 weeks. So they have dropped to 2 pretty good teams. Lost to West Central Ashby, team that'll be a top 2 seed one or two more than likely in Section 6 AA. Lost to West Central Ashby 42-27. Then last week, the Hawley ground attack was too much as Hawley jumped out early as they scored on their first 5 possessions of the game, built a 35-7 halftime lead, and took care of the Cowboys by a score of 48-20. Hawley had 418 yards of total offense, and that all came on the ground. And they did not didn't need to throw the ball last week, as they did not turn the ball over as well. Breckenridge had 270 total yards and really had a solid night from Cam Nito, who was the starting quarterback to start the year. Suffered some injury, was out for a couple of weeks, and led the ground attack last week as he had 22 carries for 225 yards and a pair of touchdowns. And Nito, I'd imagine, will see some. They've got him listed as a slot back tonight in the starting lineup presented by Chad Fredrickson, as Nito had a 77-yard touchdown run in the first half. James Murtis, 7 carries, 35 yards, and he also had a long run of 12 yards in that game as well. 270 yards for the Cowboys, but 3 turnovers really hurt them, and especially in the first half, as Nito had 77 yards on that TD run. Didn't throw the ball much, and we'll see with the weather how much the weather plays a factor. A little bit of a wind, but just kind of watching the Pelican offense, and Timmy Guler really threw the ball very well, but the question's going to be, you saw a few of the Pelican Rapids receivers drop a few, and with a wet ball, that's always very much a concern. And we'll see, last week turnovers hurt the Cowboys, and if they can't hang out of the ball as well, that could be very key as we get things going here in just a few minutes. It is Parents' Night, Senior Night, 6 seniors on this Pelican Rapids roster with Braden Ecker, Carson McNeil, Chase Restad, Hayden Hart, Cody Nord, and Nick Haugrud, the seniors that were recognized before the game. We'll take a quick timeout. Our Nelson Auto Center starting lineups coming up here in just a few minutes, not quite yet, as we will get things ready here in just a few moments. Kickoff schedule for the top of the hour. We'll take a look at some games around the area. One game completed. Hillcrest Comets picked up a win down at CGB this afternoon. Gave you heard on Channel 977, and we'll come back with more as we continue with our pregame report. Cowboys and the Pelican Rapids Vikings tonight here at Chauncey Martin Field in Pelican Rapids. We're back with more after this 30-second timeout.
It's more important than its outcome, and your cooperation and support.
Now, Otter Tail Central and New York Mills unbeaten. OTC 7-0. New York Mills is 6-0 overall. They are 1-2 respectively in Class A and the QRF. Pine River back is third, 6-1 overall, number 11 in the QRF this week. And then the Breckenridge Cowboys, 4-3, sit right now at number 4. And if the QRF rankings and the standings stay the way they are, they would host Underwood in a first-round matchup. 8 teams in the section, but we have first-round game scheduled for next Tuesday. Let's take a break, come back with the Nelson Auto Center starting lineups and kickoff just moments away with the Vikings and Cowboys here in Pelican Rapids. We'll get to those Nelson Auto Center starting lineups. They are presented by Nelson Auto Center, Highway 210 West in Fergus Falls in 30 seconds.
Number 13, junior. Number 1, junior slot back, Cam Needle. Number 15, junior fullback, Gavin Peterson. Number 4, senior tailback, Griffin Bossy. And number 7, sophomore quarterback, Bailey Evans.
Bailey Evans threw his first touchdown pass, career high school TD pass last week, 5'10", 175 at a sophomore. Tailback is number 4, Griffin Bussey, 5'11", 165 at a senior. Fullback is number 15, Gavin Peterson, 6'1", 215 at a junior. Slot back is Cam Neto. You might see him in the backfield as well, 6 foot 185 at a junior. Number 1, number 13, Alex Sanchez as a wide receiver, 6'2", 175 at a junior. The tight end is number 2, Colin Roberts, 6'1", 190 at a senior. On the offensive line for the Cowboys, the center is 64, Joey Conzemius. That is one late change in the starting lineup for the Cowboys, 6'1", 175 at a junior. The guards are number 66, Dallin Ernst, 6'6", 245 at a junior. And 51, Wyatt Differding, 5'10", 185, and he is a senior. The tackles are number 60, Zane Mickelson, 6'2", 180 and a junior. And number 52, Landon Bloffus, 6'2", 210, and he is a junior. Starting offensive unit for the starting defensive unit for the Pelican Rapids Vikings under first-year coach Eli Beachy. As the starting line will go like this, 4-4 defense. Defensive ends, Ian Fay is 6'5", junior, and 83, Hunter Williams is 6'3", junior. The defensive tackles, number 67, Justin Jacobson, 6'1", sophomore. Number 79, Nick Haugrud, a 6'2", senior. Linebackers, 25, Carson McNeil, 6 foot senior. He's an inside backer, as is number 22, Carter Johnson, a 5'11", junior. Outside backers, number 12, Luke Soley, 6'1", and a sophomore, and 27, Tristan Landberg, 5'10", and a sophomore. Safety is number 10, Timmy Guler, 5'11", sophomore. He'll be the quarterback on the offensive side of the ball for the Vikings. The corners will be Braden Ecker, number 2, 6'3", senior, and number 8, Peyton Blakeway, a 5'11", junior. As the Vikings announcing their seniors for the starters tonight. Breckenridge, they will get the ball to start. And then we'll get to the Breckenridge defense. Actually, we can do that quickly here. Corners are Jacob Kunkel and Griffin Bussey. Safety is Alex Sanchez. The linebackers, Colin Roberts, Gavin Peterson, Alex Martell, and Cam Neto. The defensive ends are Dallin Ernst and Alex Schockert. And the defensive tackles, John Etten and Landon Bloffus. In the 8AA standings right now, as we mentioned, Barnesville number 1. Pelican Rapids battling Hawley for 2 and 3. Breckenridge pretty much looks like right now, I want to say completely locked in at number 4, but it's going to, someone really have to really shake up for them not to get out of that 4-5 hole. Looks like they'll get Underwood in the first round coming up on Tuesday as things stand right now. Cowboys will get the ball to start. They'll be going from right to left as we see it. Justin Jacobson has it teed up at the 40-yard line. The pair of men back deep like Neto, one for the Cowboys. Vikings in the all-black, white numerals. Black helmets with the Norseman insignia on the side. There's the kick, and we are underway. And over end toward the far side. It'll bounce to Neto, picks it up at the 6-yard line. Return to the 10, middle of the field, the 15. Stutter steps, breaks a tackle, bounces off another defender, hitting right, but pursued well by the Vikings, and eventually finished off and brought down at around the 15-yard line. So Neto on the return was able to break one tackle and bounce away from his second man. and gets out to about the 15-yard line. Clock's still running, and they need to stop that. Clock is still running. They've let about 10 or 15 extra seconds. I don't know if the officials have noticed. Ball is going to be on the, get the chain gang set down. Ball out to about the 18-yard line. But they let about 20 extra seconds run off the clock before they noticed we better shut the clock down. Cowboys will start 1st and 10 at the 18-yard line. And you imagine with the weather and what the Cowboys are trying to do, and numbers here the last couple of weeks have shown they want to run the football, and the weather probably going to be a big part of that. As 1st and 10 now at the 18. Handoff right side as on the carry going to be a short pickup. As Nito on the carry gets out maybe to the line of scrimmage, maybe about the 19-yard line for a short pickup. They set the ball down. They'll mark it at the 19-yard line. Timmy Guler into the stop. They'll give about a yard or two on the carry. Mark it just shy of the 20-yard line. So a pickup of 3 for Nito on 1st down. So Evans leads him up. So he will work under center. The split backs in the backfield. 2nd and 7 on the 19-yard line. Toss left side. It is Nito trying to get the corner. He has room at the 20. Pursued well and knocked out of bounds just in front of the Pelican Rapids sideline and at about the 20 to 21-yard line. Hunter Williams, Timmy Guler there on the stop. 2 to about the 21-yard line. That time with a toss. Got a lead block out there to try and get him the corner, but really pursued well that time by the Viking defense. Hunter Williams from defensive end brings him down. Nick Haugrud in at defensive tackle along with Justin Jacobson. Ian Fay at the other defensive end. They really stacked the box, about 8 in the box, 3rd and 5 for the Cowboys at the 21-yard line. Evans rolling right, back to throw, swings it out in the right flat. It is wide and incomplete.
That pass intended for number 15, Gavin Peterson.
Trying to find Peterson, the fullback, out of the backfield as he released, and the pass goes incomplete. 3 and out for the Breckenridge offense, and good start defensively for the Vikings as he rolled out Evans. Not a bad idea. Going to go play action that time. Set the backfield, or sent the backers one way. As it will be 4th and 5. Punt unit is out for the Breckenridge Cowboys. Nito is the punt. He's back inside. Actually had right around his 10-yard line. Pair of men back deep for the Vikings at midfield. Snap a good one. Nito gets the kick away. End over end. Returnable. Fair catch called for. And Meade. Sliding grab by Carter Johnson for the Vikings at the 47-yard line. Just wanted to make sure he hung onto that ball and made the catch, sliding with both knees down to the wet grass. 10:03 to play here in the opening quarter. No score in the Park Region Telephone Undertale Telecom scoreboard. Surface beyond the connection. 1st and 10 here for the Vikings at the 48-yard line with Timmy Guler at quarterback. 1st and 10 of the 48. So he will spread things out. Peyton Blakeway right to the right side. Braden Ecker wide left, to back to the left of Guler in the gun. They'll motion that back. Johnson out of the backfield. Quarterback keeper Guler across the logo with the 50 and is wrapped up and down to the 46-yard line. Spread things out, and then Guler on the keeper calls his own number to the 46-yard line. Pickup of 6 on 1st down. Up 2nd and 4 as Ecker checks out of the game for the Vikings. Luke Soley is in. They'll split him out wide to the left side. A back to the left of Guler in the gun. 5 up on the line as they'll sneak their outside linebackers up on the line with the Cowboys. Handoff up the middle. It is Johnson, and he is going to be stacked up quickly down to the 45-yard line.
22 on the carry for the Vikings.
Bailey Evans into the stop for the Cowboys. Mark it across the 45 to the 44, so a pickup of 2 there for Johnson brings up 3rd and 2 coming here for the Vikings. So 3rd and 2 on the 44-yard line. Ecker in, Peyton Blakeway out for first-year head coach Eli Beachy. A little different to not see Dave Haugen to the sidelines, retiring after last season. Receivers each side. Johnson to the left of Guler in the gun. Tight end to the right on 3rd down and 2. On the handoff, it is Johnson very close to a 1st down. He's going to be, looks to be just shy of the marker. Dallin Ernst into the stop for the Cowboys, and Johnson will be shy of the marker by about a full yard, if not maybe a little more. So he gets out of the 43-yard line. Looks to be a full yard shy of the first down. The Vikings look like they will go for it. Cowboys in the road white jerseys. Kelly green numerals and lettering outlined in black. Black pants, black helmets with the Cowboy logo in green and white on the side of the lids. It is 4th and a yard. Pelican Rapids will go. 2 receivers here near side, short side towards the boundary. On 4th and 1 of the 43. On the keeper, Guler. Pitch on the handoff. The ball is dropped. It is recovered by the Cowboys before it rolled out of bounds. They went to the option pitch and recovered by Breckenridge. Alex Schocker looks like was the one that came up with the recovery. If Guler decided to keep it himself, it looked like he had enough for the first down just to get the first down and keep going, but he pitched. And the ball dropped by Carter Johnson, recovered by the Cowboys, so it'll be a Pelican Rapids turnover. Schocker comes up with a recovery, because it at first looked like it might roll out of bounds, but Schocker looked like was the one that came up with it. So the Cowboys miss on a 4th down opportunity. 8:05 to play here in the opening quarter in a scoreless game, and the Cowboys will go back to work in pretty good field position. At least better than what they started with. 43-yard line. Evans with a three-back full house backfield. Toss goes to Nito. Blockers to the outside. Nito at the 45 tried to cut back, and he is shoved back by a whole wave of black. Ian Fay leads the charge there as Nito. And early on, the Cowboys trying to run wide a pair of times. As a pickup of a yard, actually a little close to 2. We'll give them 2 to the 45-yard line, but they've tried to run wide, but the Vikings have really pursued very well. And even with a couple of lead blockers out there. 2nd down and 8 from the 45-yard line. 7:25 and counting here in the opening quarter on the Park Region Telephone Ottertail Telecom scoreboard and no score. Full house backfield. 3 backs in there. Ball is fumbled and snapped. And maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Evans able to fall on it. No gain as it makes it 3rd and about 9. Long 8, short 9 here for the Cowboys as Evans, sophomore, dropped the snap. We'll see if that changes things as far as play calling goes here for the Breckenridge Cowboys. So we'll bring Griffin Bussey in. And Schocker comes out for the Cowboys, so need to believe maybe they try to spread things out a little bit. No, they'll go double tights again. 3 backs in the backfield once more. 3rd down and 9, just shy of the 45. Evans handing off Nito, far side at the 45, midfield, knocked out of bounds. Shy of the first down, but close to it. Knocked out Peyton Blakeway, one of the Vikings, into the tackle. He is knocked out across the 50, over the Breckenridge sidelines and around the 47-yard line, so he will be close to a first down. And around the 47, line to gain is the 46, so Nito picked up about 8. He has 4 carries, 15 yards early on. It'll be 4th and a yard from the 40, back at around the 47-yard line. Maybe back towards the 48, so it's going to be about a yard, maybe a yard and a half, and Cowboys will go for it. Why not? Make a statement early in the game. 4th and short. Yeah, they're going to show they're going to go for it. Deep tailback is Bussey in the eye. Fullback dive, and it's going to be enough for a first down. Second effort good enough for a Cowboys first down as he gets out of the 45-yard line. So he went to the fullback dive with Gavin Peterson. That's good enough for a Cowboys first down. First down of the game as he picked up about 2 and change. First down for the Cowboys. They sent Bussey. The deep tailback was really deep, about 7 yards deep. I don't think they really crossed him up. That's the short yardage situation. Perfect for the fullback. It's 1st and 10 on the Pelican Rapids 45-yard line. 3 backs to the eye. Bussey, one of the deep tailbacks now for Breckenridge. Counterplay. Handoff here is Nito. Keeps it between the hash marks. First down across the 35. He goes across the 30 to the second level to the 28-yard line. Carson McNeil on the stop for the Vikings, but Nito with room to run as he blasted his way up the middle. It's a first down inside the 30 at the 28. So Nito almost had a counter look. At least they sent, the Cowboys did a lineman out to pull. That opened things up between center and left guard. First down, Cowboys. Back-to-back plays lead to first downs. Nito, the deep tailback, about 7 yards deep. 1st and 10 for the Cowboys at the Pelican Rapids 28-yard line. Evans play action back to throw, being chased and sacked back to the 40-yard line. Went play action, and Luke Soley didn't bite. The defensive end didn't bite for the play action, able to chase down the quarterback, Bailey Evans, for a sack all the way back at the 40-yard line. That's a loss of 12. All the way back to the 40, so he did not bite at all for the play action, and Solely able to chase him down all the way back to the 40. So second and long here for the Cowboys. Play number 7 on this drive coming here for Breckenridge. 5:06 and counting in the opening quarter and no score. Drive has soaked up 3 minutes of time off the first quarter clock. A wing on the right side, I formation on second and long. Ball is fumbled loose at the 42-yard line. The Vikings say they have it. They do. It's Pelican Rapids ball. Vikings come up with a recovery. I think Soley might have been the one that came up with it, but miss exchange on the handoff there with Evans and I believe Nito. And recovered by the Vikings at the 42-yard line. So that drive comes to a close with 4:55 to go in the opening quarter. They pick up 2 first downs, but each team a turnover here in the opening quarter. And soggy night like that, not a real surprise. 1st and 10 for the Vikings on their own 42-yard line. 2 receivers near side. Knee-high snap, Guler. Handoff right side across the 44 and dragged back by the jersey is Carter Johnson. As he was literally brought down by Landon Bloffus by the jersey. He just grabbed him by the back and pulled him back and said, "You aren't going any further." 44-yard line, pick up of 2. They will go no huddle. So Johnson is third carry for 5 yards. It will be 2nd and 8. Here's Guler firing near side. It is incomplete. Over the linebacker as he put his hands up to Shockert, and incomplete. Hunter Williams, the closest receiver there. I don't know if he had quite finished off his route. And again, with the wet field trying to cut, you're going to have to try and basically get to one spot, and the quarterback better hit you there. 3rd and 8 from the 43-yard line. Spread things out here with 3 receivers to the near side, a wing on the right, and they'll go empty with the Vikings. 3-man front, they'll rush 3 will Breckenridge. Rolling right, Guler nearly slipped in the pocket, fires left side, there's nobody there, and incomplete. The receiver down the left side, Ecker, went on a go route, underthrown and incomplete, and he was in the pocket as the Cowboys able to get some heat rushing just their base 3. And the pass incomplete as Guler trying to set up in the pocket, and that basically between the hash marks is getting really swampy. Guler will punt. He's back at the 35-yard line. A pair of Cowboys back. Nito, one of them, sets up shop around the 30-yard line. Snap a good one, and Guler with the kick. End over end towards the far side. It is caught at the 20-yard line on the return. 25 and down the far sideline and dragged down. Check that, it's Bailey Evans on the return. He gets across the 30 to the 31-yard line. So about 11 on the return after a punt of 41 yards from Timmy Guler. So the Vikings have gone 4 and out and 3 and out as the ball at the 30-yard line for the Cowboys here in a scoreless game on the Park Region Telephone Undertale Telecom scoreboard. Hillcrest beat CGB earlier today, 33-14 down in Graceville. So looks like the Comets may get a first-round home game in their 9-man section playoffs. 3rd drive here for Breckenridge, 1st and 10 Cowboys on the 30-yard line. A wing on the left, I formation, Evans. On the handoff, it is Bussey, and he's going to be stacked up, maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that is it. Whole host of Vikings there in the tackle. Tristan Landberg, one of them. Nick Haugrud looks like he was there as well.
Stop made by 67, Justin Jacobson. 2nd and 10.
No gain to the 30-yard line. As Bussey, no gain on the run, brings up 2nd and 10, 3:45 and counting here in the opening quarter. Ito, one of the 2 deep tailbacks, as they'll go with the full house backfield. 2nd and 10, Breckenridge from their own 30-yard line. 6 up on the line for the Vikings. Evans back to throw. He's in trouble again, and he's sacked again inside the 20-yard line. Solely there, and he had plenty of company. Back to the 20-yard line. Whole host of Vikings. Solely was one of them. And they will give Solely at least partial credit for the sack on that one. He has his 2nd sack, and he'll go all the way back. They'll mark it back at the 20-yard line. So it is going to be 3rd and 20 here for the Cowboys. inside of 3 minutes to go here in the opening quarter. They run that tight setup. They really keep the tight ends and linemen tight. Wing on the right side, pretty much between the hashes. Evans back to throw, in trouble again, and he's going to be sacked again, back at around the 10.
Number 7, Bailey Evans.
So Evans loses 10 more on the third sack as they go backwards on the final 2 plays. And
Stopped that time by number 79,
Nick Haugrud will get credit for the sack, at least partial credit, and the Cowboys will be punting from near their goal line now. Kind of a light, steady rain at this time here in Pelican Rapids. Nito, the punter, he's back at his goal line. Gets a good snap and gets the kick away. They might have got at least a piece of it, a partial piece. It'll take a bit of a Cowboys bounce and will be down at the 45-yard line. 35-yard punt. Gavin Snyder downed it, but the Vikings will get the ball in Cowboys territory at the 45-yard line with 2:03 to go in the opening quarter. And scoreless here in the Park Region Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard. Service beyond the connection. Stick around at halftime. We'll have our halftime report presented by Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. You'll like the way they do business, driving people happy since 1922. 1st and 10 for Pelican. Guler, empty backfield, keeps it. Timmy at the 45, and finally dragged down by a whole host of Cowboys at the 40-yard line. As Timmy Guler is his second carry, picks up 5 there. 2 carries and 11 yards. So 2nd and 5 of the 41-yard line. Being tackled by a host of Cowboys, led by Alex Schockert, 5'10", 155, and a junior. Vikings looking for their first down, turned it over on 4th down on a dropped option pitch, went 3 and out of their second series. It'll be 2nd and 5 for Pelican Rapids on the Cowboy 41-yard line inside of 90 seconds to go in the quarter, and we have a flag down. They motion the single tailback Carter Johnson out of the backfield as the Vikings were going to go empty once again, but flag will halt things before the play can get started. Dead ball's going to be offside against Breckenridge. So the encroachment penalty cost the Cowboys 5 and will be just shy of a first down. They need to get just outside the 35-yard line for a first down. So 2nd down and short from the 36-yard line. 2 receivers now. Johnson will move as a wing on the left side. They go empty. Guler back to throw. Sidesteps to his left. Timmy will take off. Got the first down. 35 gets a block at the edge. 30, and that block might have been an illegal block because there wasn't one flag. There were 2 of them over on the far side. I think the old crackback block is going to cost the Vikings there. It is going to be a hold against Pelican Rapids. Guler had the first down, and then the receiver out there might have been Carson McNeil. Didn't get a clean look on that, but it was a block. You're telling your guys to play hard, but once he had got the first down, it kind of turned into an RPO run-pass option look. And that cost them 10 from the spot of the foul back to the Breckenridge 44. First penalty charged against Pelican Rapids, a costly one. 2nd and 9 from the 44. On the keeper, Guler, up the middle at the 40. And boys, he stood up, but able to bounce away from it at the 35. Sidesteps the defender at the 30 and is going to have a Pelican Rapids first down. Boy, it looked like he was going to be stood up. I believe it was Griffin. He was either Bussey or Colin Roberts. Looked like had him locked up at the 40. He met him head on, but able to bounce away from him. And it's a first down for Pelican Rapids. Their first down of the game as he gets all the way to the 29-yard line. So Guler got probably 10 yards off of contact there after first contact. 1st and 10 of the 29. Guler, empty backfield, fires right side. It is a jump ball. It is caught at the 5 and in for a touchdown. Goes Peyton Blakeway. Able to wrestle the ball away from a Breckenridge defender. Able to do so on the run. Didn't really break stride inside the 10. Caught it at the 5 and is in for a Viking touchdown. 29 yards to Blakeway. Down the near sideline inside the 10. Made the catch. and able to kind of tip it and wrestle it away from a Breckenridge defender for the touchdown. So Peyton Blakeway, 5'11 junior, makes a nice grab and in for the touchdown. 6-0, two-point conversion coming. Backs each side along. Guler in the two-point conversion. Timmy on the keeper. Follows center and left guard and jogs his way in for the two-point conversion. So the Vikings get on the board here as they take advantage of a short field as they go 45 yards as we'll keep it here. Final minute of play here in the opening quarter as they go 45 yards on, counting it up here, looks like 4 plays. 4 plays, 45 yards as Guler got a first down run and a Breckenridge defender head on and able to bounce away from him. And then on the ensuing play, 29 yards to Peyton Blakeway for the touchdown. And it is now an 8-0 lead as Guler runs in the two-point conversion as well, as the Vikings have been pretty successful in those two-point conversions each of the last couple of weeks. 38.5 seconds to go, so time of possession on that drive was 1 minute and 25 seconds. 4:45 and 1:25 for the score. So on their third possession, the Vikings get on the board. Justin Jacobson has it teed up at the 40-yard line. Pair of Cowboys back deep. Nito, one of them. There's the kick towards the far side. It is caught at the 23-yard line. The return looks like Evans again as he goes across the 30 at about the 31. Rain is picked up, but it's just going to be kind of a light to moderate, steady rain. That's basically what the forecast is calling for, at least through the majority, if not all of this game. Breckenridge, their 4th offensive series. 2 3-and-outs, and then picked up a couple of first downs in a drive that was halted by a turnover and a fumble. 1st and 10, Breckenridge. A wing on the left side. Deep tailback is Nito from the 30-yard line. Evans under center, and we have a flag down. False start against the Cowboys will cost him 5. 8-0 in favor of Pelican Rapids here in the Park Region Telephone Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard. Park Region Otter Tail Telecom, service beyond the connection. Minnesota Motor Company will bring you the halftime report here in a few moments. You can feel good about doing business with folks that give back to you. And remember, Minnesota Motor automatic car wash gift cards are convenient, and they make great gifts. 5-yard penalty moves it back to the 25. It's 1st and 15 to the 25. Handoff up the middle, and a yard, maybe a couple, to the 27-yard lines on the carry for the Cowboys. It was Nito on the carry once again. That might be the final play of the opening quarters. We are at 15 seconds and counting as Nito, 6 carries, 35 or 34 yards for Cameron Nito. He ran for 2 1/4 last week at home, and they lost to the Hawley Nuggets, and that will end the first quarter of play as Pelican Rapids with the early lead after 1 on the Park Region Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard. At the end of 1 here in a soggy night at Chauncey Martin Field in Pelican Rapids. Pelican Rapids 8, Breckenridge nothing. We'll be back with the second quarter of play in 30 seconds. To right as we see it. In my directions, that would be I believe the south end zone here at Chauncey Martin Field in Pelican Rapids. The Vikings will either, if they're the 2 seed, would get a bye and would host a second-round game on the 30th. If they're the 3 seed, they'd host a first-round game on the 26th. Full house backfield, second down, second and 15. Cowboys at the 25, and we have movement. Somebody in that left side might have been Alex Sanchez. One of the tight ends might have fired off the ball early. Cowboys are headed the wrong direction. Procedure 5 yards against the Cowboys. So 3 penalties and 15 yards backs up the Breckenridge Cowboys to the 21-yard lines. Previous possession, they got backed up on a pair of sacks. Halgrud got one. Soley had one, which led them to punt from their goal line, which led to a short field, which Pelican Rapids took advantage of. Full house backfield. On second down and 20, handoff Nito up the middle, and not much there. Trying to run inside. That inside is locked up tight. Maybe back to the line of scrimmage, and that'll be about it. Tristan Landberg, one of the Vikings, into the tackle. As Nito will pick up, we'll give him a yard to the 23-yard line. He has 7 carries, 35 yards. Breckenridge has run, well, counting the quarterback sacks, it only accounts for 5 yards. Evans has been sacked 3 times, which has cost them 32 yards the wrong direction in total offense. And the Cowboys have third and long on the 23-yard line, 3rd and 17. Line to gain just past the 40. Evans I formation, a wing on the right side on 3rd and long, double tight ends. Evans play action, back to throw at the 15, being chased, gets away from one man. He'll fire left side, and it is overthrown and incomplete. 2 receivers there for the Cowboys. Colin Roberts one, Alex Sanchez the other. So he got chased out of the pocket. Carter Johnson the first one to flush him out of the pocket that time, and Evans just trying to get rid of it for dear life and avoid being sacked for the 4th time of the half. Incomplete pass. It'll be 3 and out here for Breckenridge. Vikings will send Blakeway and Johnson back deep. Nito to punt. He's back around his 11-yard line. So again, wearing something out of line here. The Vikings should get excellent field position. Already with an 8-0 lead. Snap a good one, and Nito with the kick. And airs out a nice kick. Backpedaling on the ball, Johnson takes him to bounce. It's going to get past him at the 20, inside the 15, inside the 10, and he falls on it back at the 10-yard line. Well, so much for the good field position. Nito really aired that one out as back at around the 30-yard line. He did not pick it up on the fly to Johnson. Let it go. I think he wanted to see if he could pick it up with a bounce, and got a very friendly Cowboys bounce and rolled past him and eventually fell on it back at the 10-yard line. By that point, it was too late. It's a 65-yard punt for Nito, and boy, he flipped the field. Well done there by Nito, and that little shot in the arm by the Cowboys special teams. And so much for good field position. 11:02 to go here in the second quarter, and the Vikings will have it 1st and 10 on their own 10. Handoff up the middle. Actually, Guler keeps it, and Guler out to about the 12-yard line. Short pickup of a couple is Timmy Guler. 4 carries, 28 yards. The Vikings have 33 yards on the ground on 7 carries. Then that completion of Blakeway for a touchdown. So 62 yards of offense, most of which came on their opening drive. Second down, call it 7 of the 13-yard line. Empty backfield. Guler back to throw. Steps up, fires over the middle. It is caught and then dropped by Carson McNeil coming across the middle to 25. And watching warm-ups, Guler threw some nice balls, but with the soggy conditions, not every ball in warm-up was caught, and there McNeil coming across the middle dropped one. May have heard some footsteps as well, but it's one you got to get. They'll be 3rd and about 7 coming here for the Vikings. 10:28 to go here in the first half. Pelican Rapids 8, Breckenridge nothing on the Park Region Undertale Telcom scoreboard. Twins on each side, 3rd and 7 from the 13. They go empty once again. Guler in trouble. Inside is 5. Going to try and get rid of it. He's going to be sacked inside the 5-yard line. So he has sacked, I believe, Landon Bloffus, 52. Landon Bloffus was the one that got him. So the sack goes back, and it was Bloffus on the sack. Goes back inside the 5 at about the 3-yard line, so it's going to be a loss of 10. Loff is credited with the sack, and the Vikings will take a timeout. So a nice job there, and again, the three phases in the three facets of football. Special teams, Nito, able to flip the field on a punt. The defense pushes Pelican back. They'll be kicking from their end zone, and the offense may have a chance to complete the trifecta. Timeout of the field, 10:05 to go first half. From Chauncey Martin Field. 43 degrees, the game time temperature. North wind at 12, so it feels like about 35. Timmy Guler nearly at the back line of the end zone on fourth down to punt for Pelican Rapids and gets a pretty decent kick away. Nito makes the catch at the Viking 40-yard line, past one defender, near side at the 35, down the sidelines of the 30, 25, walks the tightrope and steps out of bounds inside the 30-yard line, close to the 25. 36-yard punt by Timmy Guler as Cam Nito catching at the 40, made one man miss and gets all the way. They're going to mark it at the 25-yard line of the Vikings. So excellent field position. Sets up a short field here for the Cowboys, who have really had one semi-productive drive. Other than that, the Viking defense has locked him up. Actually mark it up to the 23-yard line of Pelican Rapids. 17 on the return for Nito. And 1st and 10 for the Cowboys at the 23. They'll go double tights. Full house backfield. Colin Roberts, tight end, right side of the formation. Evans, handoff left side, is on the carry inside the 20 to about the 18-yard line goes Alex Schockert. Schockert's first carry, as they will mark it past the 20 to about the 19-yard line. So Schockert picks up 4 on first down. Brings up 2nd down and 6 here for the Cowboys. Their first trip to the red zone at the 19-yard line. 8-0 in favor of the Vikings on the Park Region Undertale Telecom scoreboard. Gavin Peterson is the fullback, a wing on the left side. They'll work onto the eye. Bussey, the deep tailback. Hand off Bussey up the middle, and nothing there. That middle is locked up tight. As maybe back to the line of scrimmage. Carson McNeil into the tackle. He's one of them. There's a whole host there. Halgrud. Jacobson looked like he was there as well. No gain for Bussey on his second carry. And brings up 3rd and about 6 coming. And got to be 4-down territory here for head coach Chad Fredrickson of the Breckenridge Cowboys. 3rd and 6 from the Viking 19-yard line. All 3 timeouts left for the Cowboys, trailing 8-0. I formation, a wing on the left side of the formation as well. That is Schockert. Schockert in motion from left to right. Movement, and Nito fired off early. Play continues on. Nito tries the right side of the 15 down the near sideline, and he will sprint in for a touchdown, but I think this one's going to come back. Have a legal motion against the Cowboys. Nito came out of his stance in the backfield. They let the play roll through as Nito, the Vikings never really made much of an effort to try and bring him down, knowing that that play is coming back. So an illegal motion penalty. 4 penalties, 20 yards for the Cowboys, and that'll back things up to the 24-yard line now with Pelican Rapids. 3rd and 6 turns into 3rd and 11 with 8:21 to go here in the first half. 8-0 in favor of the Vikings. Schockert, a wing on the left side. They'll go double tight ends. I formation with Bussey, the deep tailback on 3rd down. Evans drops the snap, picks it up, and we'll see if he got it back. He is down wrestling for the football, as is Ian Fay for the Vikings, but Evans able to fall on it. Back at the 27-yard line. So 2 and close to 3 on the loss there for Evans, who's been sacked 3 times, and just fortunate that the Cowboys get it back. Nito back in, as is Bussey. Shockert will come out, and the Cowboys have gone backwards. 4th down and call it 12 on the 27-yard line. They need to get, actually almost 13, they need to get past the 15-yard line. Keep the drive alive. Full house backfield on 4th and long. Evans bobbles the snap back to throw. He's back inside his 35, gets away from one defender, gets away from another as he chased to his right. Evans is going to be set down by Haugrud all the way back at the Viking 44. He got away from 2 men and it was just basically running for his life, and then there was about 2 or 3 more there to greet him. It's a loss as they played down to the 43-yard line. It's a loss of 16 yards. And Nick Haugrud will be credited with the sack there for the Pelican Rapids Vikings. The 4th on Evans here in the half, and they went backwards. Golden opportunity by the boards for the Cowboys. 7:23 to go in the first half. And the Vikings all of a sudden not half bad field position from their own 43-yard line. Guler on first down. Handoff up the middle is getting low and sliding down low across the 45. Carter Johnson up the middle for a pickup of 3 to the Viking 46. Pickup of 3. They will go quick huddle. 2nd and 7, 46-yard line. Almost a little bit of tempo. Guler back to throw, rolling right. Pressure coming from the edge. Guler fires down the far sideline and is high and off the hands of Peyton Blakeway and incomplete. Late pressure coming off the edge from Alex Martell for the Cowboys. But Guler rolling away from that defender off the edge. Pass goes incomplete. Timmy Guler is 1 of 5, 29 yards, but that one good for a touchdown to Blakeway. For only score of this first half, it'll be 3rd and 7. Pelican Rapids has it on the 46-yard line. As Jared Stats, the center, leads the offensive line up. 2 receivers to the right, single tailback. Guler on the option, has the pitch man with him. Pitch to the outside, Johnson. Johnson far side is knocked out of bounds, close to the midfield stripe, shy of the first down. They dropped that option pitch Johnson did earlier as he gets out to midfield. 5th carry for Johnson for 12 yards. The Vikings have run for 30 yards and includes 1 sack on Tim Guler. So Eli Beachy and the Vikings have a decision to make. 4th and about 3 from midfield. 6:25 and counting in a sprint of a first half. 8-0 in favor of the Vikings, and they will go. Ecker wide left. Slot left goes McNeil. 4 receivers set. Guler, keeper, up the middle, turns his way forward. Down the right hash as a first down across the 45. Forward progress stopped at the Cowboy 41-yard line. That's good enough for a Viking first down. So 9 for Timmy Guler is just some very patient running. Let the offensive line do their work and able to churn down the right hash. First down to the Cowboy 41-yard line. Play number 5 of the drive coming. Blakeway wide to the right side. A wing on the left is Carter Johnson. They'll go empty with the Vikings. 1st and 10 of the 41. Shotgun snap. Guler steps up in the pocket. Flag is down. He'll fire a wobbler left side. It is incomplete. Griffin Bussey got a hand on it. Closest receiver there was Braden Ecker, and that is in the vicinity of a hold against the Vikings. That'll be the case. Holding the call against the Pelican Rapids Vikings. The 2nd holding penalty. First one cost them a first down in the opening quarter. So 10th from the spot of the foul actually moves it back to the Viking 46, so about 13. And a loss from the line of scrimmage. Clock stop for the moment, 5:56 to go here in the first half. 8-0 Pelican Rapids on the Park Region Undertale Telecom scoreboard. Park Region Undertale Telecom, service beyond the connection. Bunch the receivers tight to the right side. Man comes in motion as the handoff. Trying the left side, now bottled up the middle. As the ball carrier Carter Johnson locked up, maybe back to the line of scrimmage.
22 on the carry for the Vikings.
Colin Roberts, one of the Cowboys, into the tackle. Back to the line of scrimmage for Johnson. And he'll bring up 3rd and long now.
Stop was made by 52,
Actually, 2nd down correction on that. Back to throw Guler at the 40s. Scrambles at the 45 across the 50 and will be dropped at around the 49-yard line. 49 of the Cowboys by Alex Martell. That was 2nd and long. Now comes 3rd and long. Back to the 49-yard line. So 5 on the scramble for Guler. He has run for 32 yards, 7 carries, 32 yards with a long of 15. Now third and long. 3rd and 17 from the Cowboy 48-yard line. 7th play of the drive and an 8-0 lead for the Vikings. Back to throw Guler. Pumps once. Evades pressure. Scrambles to his left. Jumps it off left side. Caught juggling catch at the 37. Across the 35 and forced out of bounds was Carson McNeil. Forced out by Bailey Evans. Shy of the first down, but they get a chunk of it back to the 34 he's forced out at. So 14 finding McNeil. Dropped one earlier, but able to cradle that one to his chest and make the catch. To the 34, and the Vikings, who've already converted on 1 4th down, will try and do it again. 4th and short, 4th and 3 from the Breckenridge 34. Clock stop, 4:49 to go in the half, and an 8-0 lead for Pelican Rapids. Rolling right is Guler. Protection holds, fires underneath. It is dropped. Blakeway had the first down inside the 30. Tried to catch and turn upfield, but couldn't hang on to the ball first. Incomplete pass, and the Vikings give it up on downs. Second drop by the Viking receivers, and that takes a first down away and ends the drive here for the Vikings. 4:43 to go here in the first half. Still 8-0 Pelican Rapids on the Park Region Undertale Telecom scoreboard. You would figure with a wet night, turnovers, drop balls have been a factor. Really, defense has led the way for both teams. 1st and 10 Cowboys. High formation, a wing on the right side. Strong side right at the 33. Handoff up the middle. It is Nito across the 35. Gang tackled by a whole wave of black and orange. Forward progress stopped at the 36-yard line.
Number 15 on the carry.
We're going to check that. It's the fullback. Peterson on the carry. Picks up 3. His second carry for 5 yards. Boy, they run that tight formation. It is hard to sometimes find the ball carrier. Nito will check out as Bussey back in for the Cowboys. Nito, that white jersey dirtied up. Bussey's is still pretty clean yet. 2nd and 7. He and Fay on the stop for Pelican Rapids. 2nd and 7 Cowboys from the 37. Double tight ends, high formation. As Bussey is the deep tailback. Evans, handoff, Bussey. Left side, following left guard and tackle. Slammed down to the 40-yard line for a pickup of 3. 3rd and about 4 coming. Hunter Williams on the stop for the Vikings. So Bussey, 3 carries, 3 yards. And again, the Cowboys going to be run first. Probably 70-30, if not maybe closer to 75-25 or 80-20 running the football. They have 2 first downs, each team with 2 first downs by our numbers here in the half. 3:16 and counting first half, still an 8-0 Pelican Rapids lead. Cowboys have 3rd and 4, heading from left to right of their own 40-yard line. Full house backfield, Nito and Bussey, the deep tailbacks, as Evans to Nito, left side, going to be wrapped up in the backfield for a loss. Back at the 37-yard line by Justin Jacobson.
Number 1, Cam Nito on the carry.
It's the first time they've got Nito for a tackle for a loss. Nice job there by Justin Jacobson. Excellent penetration by the front 4 for Pelican Rapids. And it'll be 4th down. 2 timeouts left here for Pelican Rapids, and they will not use one as of yet. So Nito back to punt. He's at his 37-yard line. A pair of men back deep for the Vikings at the 25. Nito hit one over 60 yards his last punt. Take a bit of a sideways bounce, and it looked like it hit one of the Vikings, and the Cowboys have it. It hit one of the Pelican Rapids special teamers in the foot, and the Cowboys noticed that it pounced on it at the Viking 32-yard line. It hit right in the middle of the field, did not take much of a bounce. Kind of like a wedge shot in a soft green, and it hit one of the special teamers in the foot and recovered by the Cowboys, and they have it now on the Pelican Rapids 32-yard line with 2:17 to play. Golden opportunity there on the second Pelican Rapids turnover. As on the handoff, it'll go to Nito, and Nito maybe a yard, and that's about it. Cam Nito, second turnover for Pelican Rapids, as no gain for Nito. 9 carries, 32 yards.
No gain on the play will be second and
Inside of 2 minutes to go.
25, Carson McNeil.
Carson McNeil into the stop for the Pelican Rapids Vikings. Cowboys with all 3 timeouts to work with. 1:44 and counting. 8-0 Vikings here late in the second quarter. 3 backs in there. Shockard back into the deep tailback along with Nito. As a handoff, Shockard has some room left side, and he gets across the 25, close to a Breckenridge first down. He'll be just shy of the marker at the 24. As Shockard, like off left guard and tackle that time. Hole open, and he sprinted hard through that hole. It'll be 3rd and about a yard and a half coming.
27, Tristan Landberg on the stop.
Tristan Landberg, 5'10". Sophomore into the stop for the Vikings. A minute to go. Clock continues to run. 3rd and short for the Cowboys. 3rd and about a yard and a half from the Pelican Rapids 24-yard line. 3 backs in there. Evans. Handoff. Second back through. Nito has a first down. Hops away from an ankle tackle. Finally gang tackled and down inside the 20, close to the 15-yard line. Cam Nito will have a Cowboys first down there. 3rd of the first half as they'll set the ball down. They'll mark it at the 16-yard line, so Nito will pick up 8 on the run. So mark it at the 16, close to the 15-yard line, and a timeout. Cowboys will take a timeout. We will as well. 43.4 seconds to go first half. On the Park Region Undertale Telecom scoreboard, service beyond the connection. It is Pelican Rapids 8 and Breckenridge nothing. Cowboys driving in the red zone. We're back in 30. Martin Field and Pelican Rapids. 8-0 in favor of Pelican Rapids. Our halftime report presented by Minnesota Motor Company in Fergus Falls. Shopping made simple at www.mnmotorco.com. You can browse their inventory 24/7. 1st and 10 Cowboys just outside the Pelican Rapids 15. Toss to Nito. He may want to throw it. He's back towards the sideline, throws it across the field, and it is caught for a Cowboys touchdown to Alex Sanchez. On the option, Nito back at around the 20-yard line, near sidelines, threw it across his body, back towards the middle of the field, and Sanchez the catch for a Breckenridge touchdown to the Cowboys. With the trick play, a little razzle-dazzle gets them on the board, and it's 8-6. So Nito, who started the year at quarterback, was injured. He's not unfamiliar with throwing the football, finding Sanchez for the touchdown for the score, and it's now an 8-6 game. All-important conversion to try and tie it. Evans to Nito, follows center and left guard, and is stopped short at about the 1-yard line, so the conversion fails. So 35 seconds to go in the first half. We will keep it here, but the Cowboys go to the trick play and get on the board. 35 seconds to play. It's now 8-6 in favor of Pelican Rapids as that drive went 32 yards. That was off the punt that glanced off of one of the Viking special teamers and was recovered. Didn't see who got the recovery for the Cowboys at the 32-yard line. So they went 4 plays, 32 yards, and did so in 1 minute and 42 seconds. As Nito to Sanchez on the option pass for 15 yards in the touchdown. Conversion failing, and Vikings hang on to the lead here at 8-6, so points off of turnovers there. Blofis has it teed up at the 40-yard line as the Vikings will send a pair of men back deep. Blakeway along with Carter Johnson back at around the 10. We'll see. Wouldn't be surprised if Blofis chooses to not kick it deep. He try to dribble it down the middle of the field, perhaps. And it is a short kick towards the near sideline of the 25. It'll stay in play at the 20 and scooped up, and Luke Soley heads out of bounds. And really, that's not a bad option. Either kind of dribble it middle of the field or kind of pooch it. Directional kick towards the sideline. Soley let it bounce a couple of times to see if it might roll out of bounds, and then once he realized it wouldn't, he scooped it up. He was about a half step from the sideline and stepped out at the 20. So the Vikings with 2 timeouts to work with here, and I don't know, well, they are going to spread things out here. Maybe what they do on first down might determine what they do if they try to go cute here on first down. Stepping up is Guler, fires over the middle. It is caught and then dropped, and is incomplete. In and out of the hands of Braden Ecker. What they do on first down might decide whether they take a knee or decide to keep going. Incomplete. Tim Guler is now 2 of 8 passing for 42 yards, but there have been at least a couple of drops, and that one could have been handled. 2nd and 10 of the 20. Empty backfield, 5 receivers set. Back to throw. Guler steps up with the 15, fires underneath. That one caught. And first down across the 30 and getting out to the 34-yard line. Catch made there by Carson McNeil. First down for Pelican Rapids. And they get 14 on the reception there to McNeil as he has his second catch of the game. And Guler in the gun, back to throw from his 25. Steps up in the pocket. Guler at the 30. Fires towards the sideline. It is caught. Getting as far as he can go and then stepping out of bounds is Peyton Blakeway to the 47-yard line. So 13 more and a first down for the Vikings. Clock stop with 12.3 seconds to go. So they're going all in here. Blakeway has his second catch for 42 yards, had the touchdown earlier. 1st and 10 Vikings. Clock stop, right hash from the 47. The far side hash. Guler back to throw inside the 40. Looks underneath. It is caught near midfield and dropped right away at the midfield stripe. Was Johnson. Alex Martell on the stop, and the Vikings will take a timeout. 2.8 seconds to go. So Johnson made the catch, and Martell lined him up, brought him down just shy of the 50 at the 49-yard line. So Johnson has his first reception. 3 straight completions for Tim Guler. And a mark it looks like just shy of the 50, so 2 on the reception. Guler now 5 of 11, 71 yards. He's hit 3 different receivers. Blakeway 2 catches. Carson McNeil 2 catches, and 1 there for Carter Johnson. So 2.8 seconds to go. The Vikings will take their second timeout, and now you're looking at something here. We're going to have to get either just kind of throw a jump ball, see if you can get a catch, or maybe a penalty, or maybe like a hook and ladder type of play. If you can work something towards maybe either sideline, if you've got a receiver can make a catch and then lateral to a teammate. Because you really don't have a ton of options. Actually, they're going to reset the clock to 6 seconds. So 6 seconds left. So you might be able to get a pass to the sideline. You do have 1 timeout to play with as well. So if you can get something quick, either get to the sideline or take that final timeout, you might be able to get a few yards closer. Empty backfield. Low snap. Guler digs it out and flips it out. Is going to be a hook and ladder. Caught by Johnson to the 45 to the 40. Hops away from an ankle tackle and gets out to the 34-yard line. Pass was to Braden Ecker. Caught it at around the 48. Flipped it to Johnson, who ran down the near sideline to the 35-yard line. And that'll end the first half. Actually going to mark it at the 34. So that'll be a catch. And a run of about 17 yards. And on something like that, you give a reception as Ecker caught it for a pickup of about 3 yards. And then the final 14 there for Carter Johnson. So he picked up about 14, 17 altogether. And that'll end the first half of play. So Vikings able to get a touchdown pass in the first off a fumble on a punt. Cowboys went to a trick play. Nito throwing a touchdown pass, and on a rainy, windy, soggy night, low-scoring game here in the first half. Pelican Rapids holds the lead. Stay tuned for our Minnesota Motor Company halftime report. Minnesota Motor Company, home of Chevrolet, Buick, and the area's best pre-owned cars and trucks. Halftime report coming up here in just a moment on the Park Region Undertale Telecom scoreboard. Pelican Rapids 8, Breckenridge 6. First half numbers coming up in 2 minutes.
Shut up and sit down. Shut up and sit down.
Lakeway back deep for the Vikings. Losses for the Vikings this year, 28-14 at Barnesville September 17th, and loss to OTC, Otter Tail Central 38-22 on October 1st. There's a second half kickoff, kick towards the near side, out of the 25-yard line. Left hash at the return of the 30 to about the 32-yard line goes Luke Soley. Out to about the 32-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Vikings at the 32. Well, last year the section tournaments didn't happen. We had kind of an abbreviated football season, but things were halted because of COVID-19. Governor stopping things for high school football and put a stoppage to athletics for a few weeks before we resumed in January. 1st and 10. Vikings will spread it out 1st and 10 on the 33. They'll go empty backfield. 5 receivers set. Guler on the keeper, sprints up the middle, 35, finds a lane, it closes quickly, but moves the pile. Tim Guler across the 40, and then finally shoved back by a whole wave of black, green, and white to about the 41-yard line. Sanchez, one of the Cowboys into the tackle, along with Dallin Ernst. To the 41-yard line. Guler got the 41 before he was shoved back, and will bring up second down and short here for the Pelican Rapids Vikings. 40 yards for Guler on 8 carries, 52 yards as a team for the Vikings. Second down and short, 2nd and 2 from the 41. Wing on the right side, snap bounces off the shotgun snap as Guler scoops it up, heads right side. He'll have a first down to the 45-yard line. Late penalty flag in as well. Shotgun snap from Stats. Bounced and rolled to the quarterback Guler, but able to scoop it up with really not a lot of trouble. And gets out of the 45-yard line, but the penalty flag coming from the far side of the field. And it's a hold against the Vikings.
Holding penalty against Pelican Rapids. 10 yards from the spot, brings the ball back to the 35.
So the third holding penalty against the Vikings here in the half, and that'll back things up and negates a first down. That's the second time that's happened where they've had as they'll back them up 10, as they'll move it back to the 30-yard line. So the flag came downfield, second down and 8 of the 35 check that on the keeper. Guler finds the lanes. He tried to cut near the right hash. He slipped and went down to the 40-yard line. So Guler gets 5 back. And third and manageable coming here for the Vikings. Back at the 40-yard line with 10:40 and counting here in the third quarter. It's 8-6 Pelican Rapids. And you can't imagine the Vikings. The rain kind of let up for a little while now. Just a steady rain. And the folks that are in the bleachers, umbrellas aplenty. 3rd down and 3 at the 40-yard line. Snap to Guler, heads left, has room. Timmy at the 45 gets a block at the edge of the 50, gets to the sideline, and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. Forced out by Bussey, but Tim Guler scrambles for 15. Finding room here near sideline, and a Pelican Rapids first down. 15 on the scramble to first down. 6 first down by our numbers for the Vikings, and a 3rd down conversion at the 45 and a first down. We'll see how much they elect to put it in the air, with the conditions not seeming to improve. Double tight ends, 2 backs alongside Guler in the gun. Handoff Johnson, right side, stretch play, pursued well by the Cowboys as he is forced out at around the 42-yard line. Sanchez and Jacob Kunkel there for the Cowboys. Looked like Kunkel forced him out of the 42. Pickup of 3.
2nd and 7 from 42.
5th play of the drive coming here for the Vikings. Out of bounds. Clock stop at 10:08 to play. Here in the third quarter. 8-6 Pelican Rapids on the Park Region Undertale Telecom scoreboard. Double tight ends. Tight end on the right side is Hunter Williams. 2 backs, 1 each side of Guler in the gun. Guler in the quarterback keeper. Heads left at the 40 and gets not quite to the outside, but hauled down close to a first down. Tim Guler hauled down by Bussey. So he gets out to about close to the 35. Might be enough for a first down, and it is. First down, Vikings. Had the option to run inside. Shockert also into the stop for the Cowboys, been able to get to the outside. Not completely to the edge, but just outside the left hash and a first down. Vikings on the move. 1st and 10 of the Cowboy 35, up 8-6. Guler, quarterback keeper again. Lead block from Johnson. Tries the left side. Sheds 1 tackler. Finally hauled down just shy of the Breckenridge 30-yard line. 4 close to 5. Brought down by Alex Martell. Martell, the linebacker, 5'8", 160-pound junior, to the 30-yard line. So Guler has done the bulk of the running here on this drive for the Vikings. Picks up 5, 73 yards on 12 carries. 5 carries on this drive for 41 yards. 7th play of the drive. 2nd and 5 from the Cowboy 30. 9:13 and counting here in the third quarter. Johnson tries the right side. He'll be wrapped up quickly at the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. Short pickup.
Carter Johnson down to the 29-yard line.
Pickup of a yard to the 29.
Gain of 1, 3rd and 4. Vikings.
3rd and about long 3, short 4.
66. Dallin Ernst.
Dallin Ernst in on the stop for the Cowboys. 3rd and a long 3 coming. And unofficially the 8th play of the drive for the Vikings. Now they'll spread things out. Johnson, slot receiver to the right, and a 5-receiver set, empty backfield. There'll be a flag down. Like Blakeway, who was the other slot receiver over on the far side of the field. Peyton might have had an early start, perhaps. And that will cost the Vikings 5.
Procedure penalty against the Vikings will move the ball back 5 yards.
5-yard penalty now, 3 penalties, 35 yards for the Vikings.
To the 34-yard line.
So that backs it up to the 34. Line to gain is the 25. So 3rd and a long 8 coming. Guler, right side, now cuts it back between the hashes and gang tackled, and forward progress stopped for about a yard to the 32-yard line. Ernst was there. Bloff is also there for the Cowboys. Never actually did tackle him, but forward progress stopped. A yard for Tim Guler. 74 yards on 13 carries, and the Vikings will go on 4th down, quickly up to the huddle. 4th and 7 from the 32. Back to throw from the 38. He'll fire over the middle. It's intercepted. Picked off the 20-yard line on the return to the 25. Slipping and falling and going down was Bailey Evans on the interception. at the 28-yard line. The third Pelican Rapids turnover, as Evans saw that one coming, stepped in front of it, and an interception to the 20. A return to the 29-yard line. Might have had more had he been able to keep his feet. Third Pelican Rapids turnover. And the Cowboys back to work. 7:52 to play. They'll be going, I believe, with the wind here. Yes, they will. Kind of a north wind, so it'll be 1st and 10. Cowboys have it on their own 29-yard line. A wing on the left side. Evans. Nito tries the left side, trying to get to the edge of the 30. 35. Stutter steps to the 40. Down the left dash and a first down to the 45 of the Cowboys. So Nito with maybe one of his longest runs of the day. He'll pick up 16 and a Breckenridge first down to the 45. Tim Guler in on the stop. 4th first down for the Cowboys. And a first down to the 45-yard line. The weather probably isn't going to affect what the Cowboys are trying to do. They're not going to throw it much, if at all. First and 10 of the 45. 7:28 and counting in the third. Pelican leads 8-6. Handoff. Nito again. And twists and spins. And middle locked up tight to the 46. Pickup of about a yard. Hunter Williams, one of the Vikings, into the stop. 13 carries, 57 yards for Nito, and brings up second down. Third play of the drive here is first down's now 7-4 in favor of Pelican Rapids. Bussey and Nito, the deep tailbacks. 3 backs, kind of a wishbone full house setup on 2nd and 9 from the 46. Handoff Nito left side as he pinballs away of a couple of tacklers, bounces away from another one as he's deep into Viking territory, across the 40 and stepped out of bounds close to the Pelican Rapids 35-yard line. Split a pair of tacklers, bounced off another one once he got into Viking territory and out of the 35-yard line. First down for the Cowboys and a 19-yard run for Cam Nito. So he has 3 carries, 36 yards on this drive. Good for a couple of first downs here for the Cowboys. 1st and 10 of the 35. Double tight ends. Sanchez to the left side. 3 backs, a full house setup. Shockert tries the left side. Tripped up early in his run. A yard, maybe a couple, will get to the 34-yard line. They like to run Shockert either kind of counter look or maybe off tackle to the 34.
34-yard line. Stop made by 33,
Jack Kapinga, 5'11 freshman, is into the tackle for Pelican Rapids. Got him in there as an outside backer for the Pelican Rapids defense. Inside of 6 minutes to go in the third, 5:50 rolling, still 8-6 Pelican Rapids, but Cowboys are on the move. 2nd and 8 from the 34-yard line. A wing on the left, I formation. I look as handoff Nito starts left, cuts back inside, and not much there. Maybe a yard to the 33, but that's going to be about it. Host of Vikings. Guler in on the bottom of the pile. But got some help, it looked like. Pick up of a yard for Nito. Ian Fay also there. Fay a couple of sacks early in the first half on Evans. 4 sacks of Evans in the first half of the Viking defense. Unofficially 6th play of the drive here for the Cowboys, facing 3rd and 8 from the Viking 33. 5 minutes right now in the third. Vikings lead 8-6. Fumbled snap. Evans falls on it. Back at the 36. So Evans will lose 3. Dropped his snap earlier, and this one will cost him.
It'll bring up a 4th down and 11.
It'll bring 4th and 11. You look over across the way. Got some folks in their vehicles. Some of them, I imagine, probably in their vehicles, watching the game. Might be listening to that. Some of the Breckenridge fans over across the way as well. Some with umbrellas. And it's 4th and 11. I think I saw somebody flash their lights and say, "Yeah, we're following along with you." I think that's the case. 4th and 11 of the 36. Full house backfield, double tight ends for the Cowboys. Evans, Nito, 35 to the 30, has a hole, 25 to the 20, gets free at the 10 to the 5, and he's in for a Cowboys touchdown. Cam Nito sprinting up the middle. Got to the second level and outraced the Pelican Rapids secondary for a score, and the Cowboys lead with 4:09 to go in the third. Breckenridge a 12-8 advantage. 33 yards, and Nito, just like that, is up over 100. 110, and he had 70 yards by my numbers on that, 70 yards rushing on that scoring drive. The drive went 71. You get the hint. 2-point conversion. Out of the eye, they'll go strong side left. Evans dropped the snap, and that play will come to a close post haste.
Point after attempt is no good. 4:09.
But Breckenridge goes 71 yards, and again off the turnover, off an interception on fourth down, which ended a drive. It's the interception from Bailey Evans, and Cam Nito did the bulk of the work on the ground there with help from that offensive line of the Cowboys. 4:09 to go in the third on the Park Region Telephone Ottertail Telcom scoreboard. Service beyond the connection. Cowboys their first lead. Breckenridge 12, Pelican Rapids 8. Kickoff in 30 seconds. Seven plays, 71 yards in 3 minutes and 43 seconds. On fourth down, Cam Nito, 33 yards for the touchdown. Conversion fails, 12-8 Cowboys. Short kick from Blofus. It is fallen on. Wasn't caught on the fly, dropped, and then falling on it. Vikings will get possession at the 37-yard line. Eventually handled by one of the Vikings at the 37. And we first and 10 for the Vikings at the 37-yard line. Lopez downing it at the 37. First and 10, Vikings at the 37. A wing on the right, empty backfield for receiver set. The keeper, Guler, heads left to the 40. Cuts back 45, stretches, and tripped up close to a first down. Colin Roberts into the tackle, and he went to the official and made the signal. Throw a flag. He thought he was being held there by Halgrud. And it should be enough for a first down. We have an injured Viking. That might be Guler, perhaps. View blocked by the trainer. As he was stretching for the first down, he went down. So Tim Guler for 10 and a first down. As he is approaching 100 yards. 14 carries, 84 yards by our numbers. Back in there now for the Vikings. Looks like I believe it's Soley. And it is Luke Soley in at quarterback now for the Vikings. First and 10 from the 48. Soley on the keeper. And we brought down at the logo, the Norseman logo at the 50-yard line. So a pickup of a couple. He's up second and 8.
Stop made there by 66. Dallin Ernst.
On the stop for the Cowboys. Ernst into the stop once more. Pickup of a couple. 3.5 to play here in the third. Cowboys grabbing their first lead of the game on the Nito touchdown. He's run for one and thrown for another. 12-8 Cowboys here in a windy, rain-soaked night here in Lakes Country. Second and 8 from midfield. Guler back into quarterback, drops the snap, picks it up. Left side, 45. First down, gets outside of the 40. A flag down, 35, and forced down at the 30-yard line. 20 on the run for Guler. Flag coming downfield, and it may cost them a first down. Flag came downfield. Well, that's, if this penalty is against Pelican Rapids, and it looks like it is, that's would be the third penalty that's cost them a first down. And a hold or an illegal block further downfield. Holding is the indication against Pelican Rapids. So a 10-yard penalty. So they'll mark it 10 from the spot of the foul back to the 49 of the Vikings. So only lost about a yard from the line of scrimmage. So it did come downfield. Again, after Guler had first down and more yards after that. Blakeway wide to the right side, slot right. Hunter Williams wide to the far side as well. Solely slot left. Guler short side of the keeper, 45, and is thrown down hard at the 44-yard line. Thrown down hard with authority by Nito. Just playing hard. Leave Nito into the stop for the Cowboys. And it was Cam Nito. Threw him down hard, but came up. Pat in the back, Guler there. They're just playing hard, nothing dirty or cheap. 7 on the run for Guler. They get a good chunk of it back. Third down and short coming. Third, let's call it 2 from the Cowboy 44-yard line. 12-8 in favor of Breckenridge. Guler first down across the 40, takes a hit, and gets out to the 39-yard line. First down for Pelican Rapids. Gavin Peterson, one of the Cowboys, into the tackle. That'll be a first down for the Vikings. To the 39, so the penalty did back him up, but a first down now for the Vikings. My number's I believe the 6th, if not the 7th play of the drive here for the Pelican Rapids Vikings. Down 12-8 now for the first time tonight. Guler, handoff up the middle. Johnson has room, 35 to the 30. Spins away from a tackler, drags another man with him as he's down to close to the 20-yard line. Johnson up the middle for his best carry of the game. He is inside the 20-yard line and gets all the way to the 19. Nito on the stop, but there's a first down. 20 on the run there for Johnson. Vikings are in the red zone. 2:18 and counting here in the third. 12-8 in favor of the Cowboys. First and 10 from the 19-yard line. Guler tries the left side, makes a man miss. Shakes and shimmies inside the 15 and down to around the 13-yard line.
12-yard line.
So a pickup of about 6 on the stop for Breckenridge. Colin Roberts. So set the ball down. Guler at around the 13.
Stop made that time by number 2.
97 yards unofficially for Guler. 145 and rolling. Drive has taken nearly 2.5 minutes off the clock. Drive started at the Pelican 37. They're knocking to the door, trying to get the lead back. 12-8 Breckenridge on second down up the middle. Handoff Johnson. He dropped at the 10 as he tried to veer his way to the left. Pick up of a couple. And Roberts on the stop again for Breckenridge. To about the 10-yard line.
Stop made by number 2, Colin Roberts.
To the 10-yard line. So third and a long one, short 2 at the 10. 107 and counting here in the third quarter. The Vikings on the move, trailing 12-8. On the keeper, Guler, and he's going to be dropped. I don't think he made it. Faked on the dive inside. The blocker kind of was stepped for kind of like right alongside with him. And Guler dropped, might have even lost a half a yard. And no gain of the play. Fourth down. And quickly the Vikings back up to the line. 2 backs alongside on fourth down and short from the 10-yard line as both Johnson and McNeil there. Left side, Guler, a stiff arm, stretching. I don't think he made it. Play stretched out well by the Breckenridge defense. At the 10-yard line with that spot, they won't even need to measure. The Cowboys come up with a stop in the red zone. Loftus was there. Colin Roberts, who came up with a couple of tackles here in this drive. They stopped Guler as he tried to stretch it out short side here to the near side towards the boundary. and brought down to the 10, and the Breckenridge defense comes up with a huge stop with 25.1 seconds to go. Here in quarter number 3, the Cowboys will start on their 10. Boy, a huge defensive stop there. 1st and 10 at the 10. 3 backs, full house setup. Handoff, Nito bounces off first contact, twisting and stretching to about the 12, maybe the 13-yard line. And there'll be a timeout Vikings. So pickup of a yard, Nito, actually about 2, I should say, for Cam Nito, and a timeout called by Pelican Rapids. 16.6 seconds to go. We'll keep it here with a timeout. I wonder if they're thinking, because they'd be going, I guess they'd take a timeout here. I don't know if it's to regroup or maybe just because of the weather and the wind situation, perhaps. So, interesting timeout there. We'll keep it here on the Park Region Undertale Telecom scoreboard. It is a 12-8 Breckenridge lead. Park Region Undertale Telecom service beyond the connection. Guler now 97 yards on 18 carries. As Nito for the Cowboys, Cam Nito ran for 225 against Hawley last week. 16 carries and 110 yards. Second down and 8 coming here as the Cowboys head back from their sideline across the way. Soggy Wednesday night. Weather's been a lot of Friday nights here on a Wednesday to end the regular season here of the NBA week. You always get 1 or 2 clunkers during the season weather-wise. On second down, Evans, right side on the handoff. Nito trying to spin away, got tripped up. Ankle tackle by Carson McNeil. He'll get the 13, maybe the 14-yard line. The clock winds down, and that will end the third quarter of play. 18 for 113 now for Nito. And that'll bring up 3rd and 7 coming here for the Cowboys as the third quarter comes to a close here at Chauncey Martin Field in Pelican Rapids after 3 quarters of play on the Park Region Undertale Telecom scoreboard. Breckenridge 12, Pelican Rapids 8, fourth quarter in 1 minute. Turnover. Interception thrown by Guler as on third down, handoff for about a yard or so to the 14-yard line. And on to the bottom of the pile, I believe Nito again. And it was Nito on the carry once more. Pickup of about a yard, and the Cowboys 3 and out will have to punt. So 1 turnover is Guler interception picked off by Bailey Evans to end a drive. As Guler, it's the only pass he has attempted in the second half, 6 of 13 for 88 yards, and a timeout. Actually, have an injury, it looks like an injured Breckenridge Cowboy. 11:44 to go here in the fourth quarter. Still 12-8 as Chris Nito. as punt unit comes out. Let's see if it was him or not. Yeah, it might be, because it looks like we have a new punter. Nito usually punts.
Breckenridge in punt formation, number 8, Breckenridge needs to receive.
As here comes the punt. Snap is dropped, and they get the kick away. Might have been partially blocked. Just a low line drive. Dribbled upfield and down at the 37-yard line. 23-yard punt, no return. But good field position here for Pelican Rapids. 11:27 to play here in the fourth quarter. Penalties in that third quarter. Pelican 3 for 25 yards, none for the Cowboys. Penalties against Breckenridge. Personal foul, roughing the kicker against. It was a penalty against Breckenridge, and they roughing the kicker call against Pelican Rapids. So the penalty's offset, and we will have a re-kick. Didn't see that. Try and open things up here a little bit. And I get some rain in the windows, so getting a little bit tougher to see, but punt coming here for the Cowboys as they will punt inside their 5-yard line. Here comes the kick, and a penalty flag is down. Might have been movement once again, and is going to be against the Cowboys, as it's going to be a procedure call against Breckenridge will cost him 5. So that's the 5th penalty, first of the half against Breckenridge. 5 penalties for a total of 20 yards, so that backs up the Cowboys a little further. So an opportunity for excellent field position here for Pelican Rapids. Boy, a short field would be handy. Down 12-8 here in the opening minute of the fourth quarter tonight from Chauncey Martin Field. So the Cowboys will punt from their end zone now. They'll send the rush. Snap is dropped, and they get the kick away. Another flag down. Is going to be roughing the kicker once again. Short kick is down to the 25-yard line, but in trying to get the rush on the punter, they might have got to the punter again. And if it is a personal foul, it's going to be personal foul roughing the punter against Pelican Rapids, and that will give them a first down. First down now for the Cowboys. Boy, that's huge. Nursing the lead like this at 12-8. A chance for a short field. And a golden opportunity by the boards here for Pelican Rapids. So personal foul on the roughing the kicker call, 15 yards and an automatic first down. As the first down now will go out to the 25-yard line. The 20 or the 25. And it looks like it'll go, looks like they have it at the 25, and it is a first down here for Breckenridge. Fresh set of downs and a little bit of breathing room to work with as well. 1st and 10 on the 25. Evans under center. 3 backs in there. And play up the middle, fullback plunge it looks like, and no gain out to the 25-yard line. Well, they did give it to Bussey. Griffin Bussey on the carry. No gain on the pickup. As there'll be no gain. Brings up second down. Bussey has 4 carries for 3 yards. This will be, by our numbers, the 5th play of the drive, which right now, 11 minutes to go. Cowboys nursing the lead. It'll be a timeout, Breckenridge. The Cowboys nursing the lead. If you could just keep churning your way downfield, get first downs, and make that clock your friend. And even if you get a couple of first downs and can slowly flip the field here, advantage Cowboys. Timeout. Breckenridge will take their first timeout. Each team with 2 remaining. 10:51 to go in the fourth here at the Park Region Undertale Telecom scoreboard. It remains Breckenridge 12, Pelican Rapids 8. We're back in 30 seconds. 12-8 on a rain-soaked Wednesday night. Three backs, full house setup. 2nd and 10 from the 25-yard line. Pitch to the outside. It is Nito, and he's going to be stacked up. It'll be a loss back at around the 23-yard line. As they pitch to Nito, that white road jersey is kind of gray, especially in the back of that jersey. Justin Jacobson, one of the Vikings, out of the tackle. And Ian Fay also there. Loss of a couple. As Nito, 20 carries for 112 yards, and 3rd and 12 coming now for the Cowboys. Clock continuing to move with 10:10 to go in the 4th. Breckenridge 12, Pelican Rapids 8. Tight formation again. A wing on the right, double tight ends. High formation on 3rd down. Evans goes back to throw, swings it right side. Ball is caught, shaking a tackle to 30 and 35. It'll be enough for a first down coming across the middle. And the catch and run good for a Breckenridge first down to the 37-yard line. Is on the catch. It is the tight end Sanchez with the catch. And, well, they picked up a first down on the roughing the punter call, which extended the drive, and now a 3rd down conversion. And well, the Cowboys trying to make the clock their ally. 9:40 to go in the 4th, a 12-8 Breckenridge lead. Receiver here to the near side. Into the game is Dawson Weinbar wide to the left. Full house backfield. Handoff. Bussey tries the right side. Play stretched out well, trying to get to the sideline. Down the far sideline and out across the 40. They'll mark him out of bounds. Chased by a pair of Vikings out of the 42. Out of the 42-yard line. 5 carries, 8 yards.
Gain of 5, it'll be 2nd and 5, Cowboys.
139 yards by the Cowboys running backs. Of course, you take the minus 54 yards on the quarterback Evans. 4 sacks and a couple of rushing losses on fumbled snaps. You have to throw that in there as well. They are under 100 yards. Nito, 20 carries for 112, but they have the lead with just a little over 100 yards in total offense. Forced out 2nd and 5 for the Cowboys. 8th play of the drive now at the 42. Nito up the middle, and he's going to be shoved back, maybe a yard to the 43-yard line. Carter Johnson, one of the Vikings, into the tackle. 21 for 113 for Nito now, and well, they converted on a 4th down on the roughing the kicker call. A 3rd down pass kept the drive alive on the previous set of downs. And now 3rd and 4 at the 44. Lane coming in from the sideline. Schockert in to deliver the play now for the Cowboys. 8:45 and rolling here in the 4th. Nito and Schockert, the deep tailbacks. Double tight ends on 3rd down and 4 from the 43-yard line. Handoff Schockert, stretch play, slip, stays on his feet and dropped immediately at the 43 by Luke Soley.
23 on the carry is Alex Schockert.
There was some room to the edge, but he was slow in getting going. As kind of got his feet stuck in the mud. Then finally got his bearings about him, and Soley brought him down. Short pickup, if anything, for Schockert, and it will be 4th down. Chad Fredrickson has the decision to make, as it'll be 4th and about 4 to go. No gain, and the punt unit is out there. Nito will punt. He's back at around his 32-yard line. Blake Way and Carter Johnson back deep for the Vikings. Snap a good one. Nito gets the kick. Quick kick. Fair catch called for. Takes a bit of a Cowboy bounce to the 33-yard line. Everybody in black got away from that as it was a turnover in the first half on a punt that bounced and hit one of the special teamers for the Vikings. Down at the 33-yard line. 24-yard punt for Nito, no return. So here come the Vikings with 7:43 to go here in regulation time, trailing 12-8, held an 8-6 lead at the half. So that drive after the block punt took over 3 minutes and 40 seconds off the clock. 7:43 to go. Guler in the gun. First attempt, the 33 fires near side. Johnson the catch, right hash and dropped at the 39-yard line. Bailey Evans into the tackle. So they're going to try and go, looks like no huddle here. Give him the 40-yard line, so the catch good for 7. Johnson has the grab, 95 yards passing for Guler, 2nd and 3 from the 40. Guler on the keeper, quarterback keeper, twists and spins, close to a first down. He'll have it at the 44-yard line. First down, Pelican Rapids. To the 44-yard line. So they're going to try and go quick tempo here. Guler is now over 100 yards, trying to keep that Cowboy defense on their heels. First and 10 of the 44, empty backfield. Guler back to throw. Scrambles in the pocket, gets away, and fires left side. Man is open. Fay at the 35, at the 30, left side, and down to the 25-yard line. Ball is out. It's a fumble. It's a fumble, and do the Cowboys have it? They do. It is Breckenridge ball. As the pass downfield to Luke Soley. Soley made the catch. It was at the 25-yard line. The ball came out. .703 to play here in the game. And the Cowboys have 1st and 10 on their own 15-yard line. Hanging on for dear life with a 12-8 lead. Toss on the sweep. Nito trying to get the corner. He's at the 15 to the 20 near sideline 25. Knocked out of bounds. Knocked out by Peyton Blakeway, but was able to get around the corner. Got the edge and a first down for Breckenridge.
6-yard line, first and 10.
As he will get the first down, knocked out of the 26-yard line by Blakeway. First down for the Cowboys at the 26. 22 for 124 for Nito. First down to the 26-yard line. 6:57 to go here in the fourth quarter. Three backs, fullback setup. Fullback is Peterson. Toss right side. Nito again. Lead block play stretched out well. Flag is down. They hit Nito for a loss back and around the 20-yard line. Plus you have a penalty flag in there as well. See if it's a hold perhaps. It is in the general vicinity of a holding call, but we shall see. Officials trying to sort everything out here. It's like the rain has let up a little bit. Holding is the call against Breckenridge. And they will take the penalty. I thought maybe with a tackle for loss they might decline it, but they'll take the penalty and back him up. 10 from the spot of the foul, as it does back him up to the 11-yard line. So I can see why they took the penalty. Smart move by, that's why Eli Beachy's down to the field, and I'm up here trying to act like I know what I'm talking about. 15 yards with the loss of the 10-yard penalty. 10 from the spot of the foul. It's 1st and 25 now for the Cowboys at their own 11-yard line. 6:40 in the fourth, 12-8 Breckenridge. Handoff. No, it's going to be Evans rolling out to the right side, and he's going to be brought down in play back at around the 10. He went play action back to throw and then flushed out of the pocket. And scrambling out to maybe the line of scrimmage. Going to mark him back at the 10, so a loss of about a yard. Second and a little further for the Cowboys. And I'm sure that's what Pelican Rapids is thinking here. If we can back him up, chase him down. Got a chance perhaps for a short field if you can hold him here. 2nd and 26 now at the 10. Each team with 2 timeouts remaining. Clock not quite an issue yet. 5:53 to go in the fourth quarter. Breckenridge 12, Pelican Rapids 8. 2nd and long at the 10. Toss left side. It is Nito, and he's going to be dropped. Maybe to the line of scrimmage. We'll see. Actually, he did lose some more yards.
Loss on the play back to the 6-yard
to about the 6, maybe the 7-yard line. Cam Nito on the carry. See when they set it down. He's going to be back at the 6. Hunter Williams, one of the Pelican Rapids defenders, defensive lineman in on the stop. So back to the 6-yard line. They need to get to the 36. So it's 3rd and 30 now for the Cowboys at the 6-yard line. And working on Luke Soley. Looks like they're taping up his right ankles. He is being cared for by the training staff with Essentia Health. 3rd and 30 now at the 6. Inside of 5 minutes to play. Bussey in as one of the deep tailbacks along with Nito. Evans under center. 3rd and a whole bunch. Back of the 6. Toss left side. Bussey, who's behind him, gathers it in and stretches the play out. He's across the 10 and dropped out and down and around the 11, close to the 12-yard line. As Bussey on the carry, they had a chance to wrap him up at the line of scrimmage, but able to bob and weave around a whole host of Viking defenders. Ball's going to be set down back at around the 10, close to the 11-yard line. So looks like he got 5 back. And it should be good field position once again here for Pelican Rapids. 3 and out. Nito will punt from near his goal line. He sets up shop, looks like at around his 2. 4:04 to go in the fourth. They'll send the rush and the kick away. End over end. Johnson waits for it. He'll pick it up at the 50. Shakes a tackle 45. He's at the 40. Got bounced around. Pinballed by a couple of defenders and across the 40 to the Breckenridge 38. Didn't catch him to the fly. Bounce and roll to him right at the Viking logo at midfield. 12-yard return. Good field position here for Pelican on the Breckenridge 38-yard line with 3:51 left. Cowboys took 3 minutes off the clock. 3:12 to be exact after they recovered a fumble in the red zone. From the Cowboy 38-yard line on first down. Guler on the keeper. Timmy to the 35. And forward progress stopped at the 34, maybe the Breckenridge 33-yard line. 20 carries, 107 yards for Tim Guler. They'll go no huddle on the offense again, will the Vikings. 2nd and 4 from the 33. They have 2 timeouts to play with. 12-8 Cowboys. Empty backfield, 5 receivers set. Guler takes a hip-high snap, back to throw from the 42, steps up in the pocket, side steps to his left, nearly slips from the 35, fires. It is off the hands of Johnson, coming across the field in a crossing pattern and dropped inside the 20. Boy, he was open as Guler able to extend that play. And again, a night like tonight, something that seems routine, nothing's going to be routine. Trying to catch a wet, cold football. Not the easiest thing to do. 3rd and 4 coming from the 33. Clock stop with 3:14 to go in the fourth. Guler from the 40 back to throw. Steps up in the pocket. He may scramble. He's at the 35. Fires it deep down the right side. It is underthrown, and it is intercepted near the goal line. Intended for Hunter Williams and picked off by the Cowboys. I think Sanchez with the interception. And it was Alex Sanchez, who has a receiving touchdown, comes up with a pick. The fifth Pelican Rapids turnover as Guler had room to run but fired it downfield. I believe intended for Hunter Williams and intercepted. As the second pick thrown, 3:04 to go, and the Cowboys are backed up in the interception, and he was tackled at the 1. So 1st and 10, Cowboys 99 yards from where they would like to go. 12-8, they're backed up on their 1. Fullback dive is on the carry, maybe to the line of scrimmage, and shoved back is the fullback Gavin Peterson. And the Vikings will take a timeout. So Peterson on the carry and the fullback dive for maybe a yard. And Pelican Rapids will take their second timeout. 2:59 to go in the fourth. On the Park Region Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard, Cowboys backed up in the shadows of their own goal line, nursing a 12-8 lead over Pelican Rapids. Back in 30 seconds. Line. 2:59 to go in the fourth. Breckenridge, after the Sanchez interception, a 12-8 lead on Pelican Rapids, but they're backed up in the shadows of their goal line. Nito, right side. Play stretched out to the right, and he's down to about the 4-yard line. And the Vikings will take their final timeout. Ball out to about the 4. 24 carries, Cam Nito, 122 yards, and another Pelican Rapids timeout. So the Vikings out of timeouts. 2:59 to go in the fourth. It'll be 3rd and 7 for the Cowboys when we return on the Park Region Otter Tail Telecom scoreboard. Service beyond the connection. 12-8. Breckenridge leads Pelican Rapids. Back in half a minute. Fergus Falls, Brad Anderson with you as the rain has stopped. Still a brisk night here as we're deep into October. It seems hard to believe, but the old football season goes fast. 41 degrees, feels like 35, and a 12-8 Breckenridge lead. So the Vikings taking their timeouts now. They had 2 left, and boy, if the Cowboys convert here, they got a chance perhaps to run out the clock. 3rd down and 7 from the 4. Handoff here is Nito, and he's going to be bottled up maybe to the 6-yard line. Carter Johnson into the stop for Pelican Rapids. So they get the stop they needed. And it will be 4th down. So they get out to about the 7, so 3 for Nito. Carson McNeil also into the stop for the Vikings. Clock ticks away, 2:25 to go. Nito will punt. We'll see what kind of rush, if any, that the Vikings will throw out there. They're lining up like they might go for it? No, there is the punt unit as Nito back just into his end zone. They can take as much time as they want, and now the Cowboys will take a timeout. So timeout Breckenridge. Second charge timeout to the Cowboys with 2:05 to go. So a little bit of a chess match. I wanted to see how maybe the Vikings lined it up. Do they try and go for the block or set up for a return? 2:05 to go in the fourth as we'll keep it here. 12-8 in favor of Breckenridge. Stick around in our post game. We'll have our quality player of the game is presented by Quality Toyota in Fergus Falls and also by Lake Country Graphics. They are your apparel source for personalized printed or embroidered clothing and accessories. Go to yourapparelsource.com/Lake Country Graphics. That's Lake Country Graphics in Fergus Falls. 218-998-4027. It was 8-6 in favor of the Vikings at the half. The Cowboys took the lead on a Cam Nito 33-yard touchdown run, which with the Raps on a 71-yard drive with 4:09 to go in the third. That made it 12-8. Pelican Rapids has been hurt by 5 turnovers. 2 turnovers here in the fourth quarter in Cowboys territory, and then a drive that was stopped. Guler stopped on 4th and short. Now the rain starting to come back. Kind of a light rain and mist has returned here to Pelican Rapids. Nito from his end zone to punt. And they'll send the jailbreak on the kick, and it's blocked. The ball is loose towards the goal line. It is fallen on, and it's a Viking touchdown. They set the jailbreak on the blitz. The kick was blocked and recovered by the Vikings in the end zone for a touchdown. They got to Nito. The kick was blocked, rolling towards the goal line, and the Vikings fall on it for the touchdown for the score, and Pelican Rapids has the lead with a 1:57 to go. It's 14-12 Vikings. So how about that? They took a chance and sent the Army. Guler in the 2-point conversion, tries the left side, and he is in on the 2-point conversion. So the 2-point conversion good, and the Vikings lead 16-12. Didn't see who recovered the kick in the end zone for the touchdown, but the kick blocked, rolling, and it was loose and fallen on in the end zone for the touchdown. So with 1:57 to go, and that's what they were looking at is do we send the Army here, go for the block, and that's kind of risk reward. They got called for roughing the kicker earlier in the second half, but they get to the punter this time, and they figured with some of the offensive struggles they've had finishing drives, especially with turnovers, why not take a chance? And it came up beautifully. But they left the Cowboys some time. 1:57 to go as the punt recovered in the end zone by the Vikings for the score. 2-point conversion good by Guler. And on the Park Region Undertale Telecom scoreboard, the Vikings retake the lead at 16-12. Justin Jacobson has it teed up at the 40-yard line for Pelican Rapids. They'll send Nito in, like Bussy back deep and around the 15. Here comes the kick from Jacobson. He'll kick it down the middle of the field, dribbled and taken at the 15-yard line. Return to the 20, and Bussy is dropped. Nice tackle there by Hunter Williams at around the 25. As Bussy on the return, he stutter-stepped and he stopped. And boy, once he stopped, Hunter Williams lined him up and textbook finished him off at the 25. Actually, give him past the 25 to about the 26-yard line. Breckenridge, 1 timeout left. 1:51 to play. They'll have it on their own 26. And now just kind of a light, steady rain that has returned. 1st and 10, Cowboys from their own 26. A wing on the right side. Deep tailback Nito. Evans back to throw. He'll swing it left side. Man is open. It is caught. And a first down to the 38-yard line. It is caught by the tight end. And hauling that one in for a first down is Roberts at the 38-yard line. So, 12-yard connection. Roberts with the grab, first down to the 38-yard line. Clock stop as they move the chain, and that will start things up. 90 seconds and counting. Breckenridge, their 6th first down of the half, 9 of the game. Cowboys have 1st and 10 from the 38. Evans back to throw, rolling right, chased by Soley. He's going to take off and run. He's going to be dropped at the 36. Luke Soley back in there for the Vikings. Chasing him out from behind as Evans loses a couple back to the 36-yard line. So Evans, between sacks and losses of yards rushing, minus 57 yards. Cowboys will take their 3rd and final timeout. 1:09 to go in the 4th on the Park Region Undertale Telecom scoreboard. So both teams out of timeouts. Breckenridge trying to rally. 16-12 Vikings back in 30. Cowboys are now out of timeouts. Sanchez back in there, limping a little bit wide to left side. 4 receivers set. Evans back to throw inside his 30. Make it Nito. Nito delivers it downfield. Intercepted. Picked off at the 35-yard line, up the 40 and down to the 45-yard line. Interception by Luke Soley, and that should seal it. Soley had a fumble recovery earlier, and Nito took the snap as he went back in at quarterback, firing one, floating one down the right side. And Soley the pick with 59.9 to go. And that will put this baby to bed. Just the 2nd Cowboy turnover. Pelican Rapids -3 in the giveaway takeaway ratio, but it may not matter now, as Nito came in at quarterback, threw that pass solely with the interception, and a couple of kneel downs should put this to bed, and the Vikings could lock up the number 2 seed with the victory here tonight as Tim Gooler takes a knee. Boy, it wasn't pretty. You don't win many games with 5 turnovers, but the special teams with the block punt late in the game as Eli Beachy took a chance and sent the all-out rush. They blocked Nito's punt, recovered into the end zone for a touchdown. One more snap of the football will finish this up with 33 seconds and rolling, and the Vikings will finish the regular season at 6-2. And the Cowboys, a gut punch of a loss. They'll finish at 4-4, and looks like they'll be in the 4-5 game in the 6A playoffs on Tuesday night. And the Vikings will wait, but this win should be enough to get them a first-round bye in Section 8-2A. Clock winding down on this one, and rainy, cold night. 2 old Heart of Lakes rivals battle here, and it comes down to a block punt in the final 2 minutes, and the Pelican Rapids Vikings survive and get the win as Eli Beachy, Chad Frederick.